Hello and welcome back to another episode of World Tour on Football Manager 2021. Now, we are still with Sligo Rovers in the Irish Premier Division in our third season with them, and since the last episode we have played 5 games off camera, the first of which was against champions Shamrock Rovers. We managed to somehow get this back to being just a 4-3 defeat. I think we were 3-0 down at one point, and then 4-1 down as well, but again somehow managing to get a 4-3 for what I think is the second time this season against Shamrock Rovers. It's a bit odd, but it meant our goal difference didn't take that much of a hit. We then drew 2-2 with St Pat's Athletic. We drew 1-1 with Bohemian. We managed to win finally for the first time in ages in the league, with Sven Gertlicher getting the only goal in the game against Derry City, and then we've just played out a 0-0 draw with Waterford. So in this episode we will be playing the league game against 9th place Finn Harps and the first round of the Irish Cup against Dundalk. And this is how the league table looks at the moment. So we are still 7th place in the league. 29 points is what we have. 3 points off Derry City, who have a much better goal difference than us, so really that's an extra point there. But we are more importantly 12 points clear of Finn Harps, who are in the relegation playoff place. And we are even further clear, 17 points clear of Galway United in the relegation place. There's been one transfer dealing since the last episode as well. Mike Wolfe has left us to go to Dagenham and Redbridge for the humongous total of 70 quid. Yes, he's not great. He was not a great player for us. And I did get some complaints from some of the team and some fans about selling him, but I just don't see I don't see what the hype is in him. So he's left us for a measly 70 quid to go to Dagenham and Redbridge. There are a couple more confirmed outgoings too. Unfortunately, Einar Gudjonsson would not sign a new contract with us and is therefore leaving us to go to Longford Town at the end of the season. No, not even at the end of the season, on the 27th of June 2026. So we will have him for the rest of this season and halfway through next season. That must be because he's on a youth contract, I assume. Yeah, that doesn't tell me there. That's very strange that he joins at the 27th of the 6th. It says his contract expires in December. Very odd. And then Kieran Kelly is also going to Longford Town. Our left back is joining. He didn't want to sign a new contract either. But we have made some signings. Now, these signings aren't coming to us until the beginning of next season. However, I'll show you them now very quickly. So we've got Adam Rooney, who is a centre-back, 12 heading, 9 marking, 10 tackling. He's the type of player that we could just bring straight in to the first team. He looks pretty good. He's been around the Irish scene for a bit. We've grabbed him from Cove Ramblers because his contract expires at the end of the season, so we've got him on a free transfer. The next signing is Dara Fox from the University of the City of Dublin. Obviously, he's been playing in the league below us. He's played for them his entire career so far. He's only 19 years old, but he is a very good-looking centre midfielder, not just in his face. Loving the beard he's got going on there and the nice little buzz cut. But yeah, passing 12, first touch 12. He's only 19 as well, so he can improve. He's going to be a good backup advanced playmaker for us. And then finally, Jack Cantwell from Waterford, left winger, again on a free transfer at the end of his contract. I have just been scouring the expiring contracts page of the scouting page. I said page quite a lot there. But he looks very decent. 10 crossing, 10 passing, 11 technique are the standouts there. Again, only 19. It got high determination at 15. And again, he'd be good backup for us at left wing. So enough of transfers now. Let's take a look at the team that we will be putting out to play against 9th place Finn Harps in this all-important game. If we win this, I would say we should be safe from relegation. So we've been forced into quite a few changes for this game, to be honest with you, but we'll just quickly run through the team lineup. So we've got Trevor Murphy in goal as always. Gallagher is in at right back. Now, I've brought him back from his loan spell. He was on loan at Bray Wanderers for the first part of the season, but I figured we needed some more backup in defence, so he is in for Kavanagh at right back, as Kavanagh is slightly tired for today's game. We also have Marn and Good Johnson at centre-back. Now, Good Johnson's been playing in defensive midfield, but he is getting moved back to centre-back today because, again, Alberkis is tired. Adam Kelly is tired. Who else have I been playing there? Derek Meaney is suspended. So it's Marn and Good Johnson at centre-back today. I don't think they've played together in centre-back before, but we'll see how they get on. Kieran Kelly is at left-back. Dara Power comes in to defensive midfield. We have Corley and Verdon as our centre midfielders. Danny Morrissey is playing on the right wing today. Stephen Christopher is tired. Thomas Breen is in the left wing because Kearney is tired, and so is Daly Butts. And then Sven Gertlicher is up front because he's been playing as striker in the past few games. And because of all the players who are lacking in condition, our bench looks quite young. So we have McGlynn, who is obviously our second choice goalkeeper. We have Ross Whelan, who has played a few times for us this season. He's one of our youngsters as well. He looks decent. He's okay at left back. Then we have O'Malley, who of course we know. O'Sullivan is on the bench for the first time this season, a 17-year-old. Decent tackle in there. That's the reason that he's on the bench. Then we have Stuart Devitt, first appearance for him on the bench, dribbling of 11, passing of 9 for the centre midfield / left winger. Feeney, he's been on the bench before. I think he's played for us before as well near the end of last season, but he makes his first substitute appearance today. The 17-year-old, 9 dribbling, 9 first touch, 9 passing, very nice indeed for the right winger. And then a man that we know, a man that saved us many times, well, at least once, Emmanuel Ndongo, the 16-year-old Cameroonian, is also on the bench as our substitute striker. So let's see if we can get a victory against Finn Harps in this game away from home. So team talk time, and we are simply going to pump our fists and say go out there and impress me. So the teams are lined up in this very blue stadium. Of course, Finn Harps playing in their blue kit. We are in our standard red kit. Hopefully that will be a good luck charm for us today as we have the first chance of the game. Gallagher with a throw-in finds Morrissey back to Gallagher. Now Corley, the centre midfielder, playing in the box-to-box midfield role today. He just gives the ball away there, and Elworthy with the ball forward, flicked on by Whelan. Carson is through on goal. Carson shoots, and the league's lowest goal scorers have scored against us in the opening 5 minutes. Carson with his second goal of the season. Not the best of starts. Not great, not going to lie. Corner kick though. Sam Verdon to take it. Towards Good Johnson, but that was cleared by Delaney. Now Breen's got it. He shoots. That's just wide from Thomas Breen. Another corner kick from the opposite side this time. Verdon takes it once more, headed away by Delaney, but straight back to Verdon, who gets a ball into the back post. Good Johnson's there, into Morrissey. It's blocked and then cleared by Brennan, and Finn Harps come away with it with Fallon, and that's a great tackle from Dara Power there, the makeshift defensive midfielder. Well, not makeshift, he can play there, but obviously he hasn't played there very much this season. And we have another corner, Verdon with the ball in towards Breen, and it's over the bar from him. He's had a couple of chances this half, but not being able to take them away. Could it be a bit of rustiness from him? He hasn't played that much this season. As we get to half time and we are 1-0 down, I'm going to put my hands on hips and say show me something else in the second half as we take a look at the tactics screen and see how everybody is doing. So we've got Danny Morrissey. No, not Danny Morrissey. Who was that? Thomas Breen looking furious, and he's in danger of being booked apparently. And then Dara Power is looking anxious. In terms of the match ratings, we've got a few people to worry about. David Corley on a 6.4 and Sven Gertlicher on a 6.4. Now, the temptation's there to put Emmanuel Ndongo on. He's the only one really on the bench that we know can make a difference. Do I do that? No, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Gertlicher off, and Ndongo is coming on up front for another appearance this season. I think we'll leave it at that for now. We'll see how Breen gets on. I'm concerned about the fact that he's looking a bit furious, so we might take him off in a little bit, but we'll just leave it as the one change for now heading in to this second half. So 72 minutes gone, not a chance this second half so far. Thomas Breen has now picked up that yellow card, so we're going to move Morrissey to left wing. Breen is going to come off, and we're going to bring on Darren Feeney right wing. Also, David Corley not doing well today on a 6.2. That's pretty awful. So we'll bring on Conor O'Malley for him at the advanced playmaker role, and that is all 3 substitutions made as Breen has the ball running down his left-hand side. Ball to the box, and that's easily collected by Finn Harps goalkeeper Maher. He launches that forward, headed away by Mann. Morrissey's got it on the right wing this time. Is he going to try and take his man on? Instead, he goes back to Gallagher. Ball in to Ndongo. It's Ndongo! What is up with this player? Every time we put him on the pitch, he scores. Emmanuel Ndongo. What a man. It's 1-1. Morrissey with the ball, and Emmanuel Ndongo, the 16-year-old Cameroonian, gets his third goal of the season and an all-important equaliser. But questions have to be asked of what on earth their goalkeeper was doing, just wandering out of his touchline. And yes, we will proceed with the tactical changes after the goal. So goal kick, Murphy plays it short to Mann, long ball forward, and Ndongo gets tackled there by Comerford, very unlucky, shields with it. Plays it back to Delaney and ball forward, headed away by Goodjohnson. And Ndongo gets there first. Now Darren Feeney, the substitute on the right wing, plays it to O'Malley, the other substitute, running forward with it. Looking for Ndongo, I think, but Delaney managed to clear that. But Mann's got it now at the back and plays that to Murphy. Long ball forward, looking for Ndongo, headed away by Delaney. Verdon gets it. Now Morrissey. Back to the left back, Kelly. Plays a long ball, looking for Ndongo again, who gets it. Now Morrissey's got it. And I've no idea what Morrissey was trying to do there. That, I think it was a shot, and it was a pretty bad shot at that. So we're deep into stoppage time now, as Kelly wins a header from Finn Harp's goal kick, and Elworthy just runs that out of play. And I feel like that could be the last action of this game. We have a throw in, it's Kelly to take it. Surely the full-time whistle is seconds away. Morrissey back to Kelly. Now O'Malley gets fouled, and that's a free kick to us. That's exactly where we wanted at this stage of the game. Morrissey to take the free kick. Is he going to shoot? No, he puts the ball in the box, and that goes out of play for a goal kick, I think. Don't really care now because it's full time, and we have managed to get the 1-1 draw away to Finn Harps. After going 1 goal down, I will take that. I'll say you're unlucky tonight, and we will go on. So that result, unsurprisingly, means we stay in our favourite position in the table this season, 7th place, 6 points ahead of the team below us, who have 2 games in hand, so can, if they win both of those games, go level on points with us and probably go above us because of goal difference. But more importantly, we are 12 points clear of Finn Harps in 9th, and we are 18 points clear of Galway United at the bottom of the table. So now something a bit different. We've got the Dundalk game to look forward to. Hopefully we can advance in the FAI Cup. I would quite like to get into the deeper stages of that competition. So hopefully we can do that with a victory against second in the table, Dundalk. It's not looking likely. So here we are, it's FAI Cup first round day, and we are playing against Dundalk. Now this is the first of 2 occasions that we will be meeting Dundalk in the space of the next 2 games. Now if you give me the option of whether I win this one or the League one, I would go for this one. We're pretty comfortable in the league at the moment. We've got a big gap back to the relegation places, so a nice cup run would be delightful. So there's going to be a few changes made from the last game. Of course, we had lots of players that were tired last time out, so Gallagher is going to drop to the bench. Whelan will come out of the team, even though he wasn't really in it, and Kavanagh returns to right back. John Mann, I no longer got him transfer listed. You may have noticed he was transfer listed before. That is because he has stopped being unhappy about the club atmosphere. I've managed to fix that with a promise. He still hasn't signed a new contract yet, but I'm hopeful that he will before his contract is out at the end of the season. So Albercus is going to come in for Power. We will move Goodjohnson to defensive midfield, Albercus to centre back. Then we have Derek Meany. Where is he? There he is. So we'll put Meany on the bench instead of O'Malley, and then we'll put Meany into the first team instead of John Mann. And then we're going to put Ndongo on for a start. I know it's risky, but Sven Gertlich, I didn't really do much last game, and we can do whatever we want. So Stephen Christopher comes back into the team at right wing. At left wing, we are going to bring George Kearney in wherever he is. No, we're not, because he's tired. So it'll be Daly Butts instead, because Thomas Breen had a bit of a stinker last time out. Let's not beat around the bush. And then we'll just make a few changes to the subs bench. So there we go, changes all made to the subs bench as well. We've got rid of the majority of the youth players that were on the bench last time out. In fact, we've got rid of all of the youth players that were on the bench last time out. And we will hopefully manage to advance to the second round of the FAI Cup with the lineup that we've put out. So team talk time, and we are going to pump our fists and say we owe Dundalk after what happened in our last match. Go out there and get revenge. That always gets them motivated. So Dundalk playing in their white kit with black shorts. We are in our red top with white shorts for this all-important cup tie. So Desmond with a free kick over the top to Kelly, and that is just absolutely simple for Dundalk to take the lead there. Daniel Kelly, 13th goal of the season, first chance of the game for anyone, or at least first highlight, and it was just awful defending. Ball over the top, easily tapped in by Dundalk, and they are taking a 1-0 lead into half time. So we need to change something. So I'm going to go hands and hips, show me something else in the second half. It seems to have motivated the majority of them. Now I think we're probably going to do a tactics change here. So we're going to switch to our 4-4-2 formation. We're going to take Good Johnson off. We'll bring on Danny Morrissey to partner Ndongo up front. And then David Corley's having a bit of a stinker in the centre of midfield today. Obviously, we don't want him to be playing as a ball-winning midfielder either. So we will bring on Gary Buckley to play in that role. So 2 changes made, formation change done. Let's see if it can make a difference. It's not looking likely. Maguire with a free kick, headed away. And now Morrissey has the ball. I've just noticed Emmett Keedy. I think it's Emmett Keedy. There's someone called Keedy playing for Dundalk. That's interesting. Our former ball-winning midfielder. But the ball's over the top to Barron. Barron shoots, and that's over the bar from him. Dundalk with yet another chance today. Throw in. Kelly gives to Daly Butts as I change the mentality from balanced to positive. Daly Butts looking for Verdon, gives the ball away. And now Dundalk with another opportunity to get forward. But they give it away to Alberkis, who plays it all the way back to big Trevor Murphy in goal, and we're going to try and build from the back, it seems. Long ball forward from him, looking for Morrissey, headed away by Brennan. Daly Butts has got it on the left wing, skips past one, cuts into the box, he shoots, and it's just wide from Daly Butts. He hit the side netting there. It was a good effort though. Corner kick, Christopher takes it, headed away, and now Quinn's got a great tackle from Alberkis though to win us the ball back. Kelly over the top. Our striker would have been offside if that is our striker there, but Kelly with another chance to hit the ball over the top, looking for Morrissey. But the goalkeeper collects that easily, and Corcoran with a chance to get rid of this and launched up the field. Meany heads that away though, and we are back in possession with Buckley. Now Verdon, long ball towards Morrissey, headed to Ndongo. Ndongo scores again! Emmanuel Ndongo, he just can't stop scoring. He needs to become a permanent starting striker. I need to offer him a contract is what I need to do, because he's currently on a youth contract, I think. I don't think I've even signed him to a full-time deal, a part-time deal, because obviously we're not a full-time club. But Ndongo with a beautiful finish there from Morrissey's header, and that is brilliant link-up play between the two strikers, and we could have another chance here. Ndongo with the ball on the right-hand side, loses out, but Buckley's got it now. Now Kavanagh, ball in. Daly Butts, just wide from Shane. Very close. We look like we're getting into this game now. Throw in for Dundalk, deep in our half. Judge has it. Good tackle from Kelly. I thought that might have been us giving away a penalty there, but it wasn't, thankfully, as Verdon plays the ball out wide to Christopher, who's in some space that he runs into. Now holds it up, plays it back to Buckley, who finds Kavanagh on the right wing. Ball in, Whelan heads it away. Buckley's going to get it again though. Plays it to the left-hand side this time. Now Daly Butts with it. Inside to Buckley. Seems to be the sort of anchor man in midfield today. Meany, long ball forward. Morrissey's there. It falls to Verdon. Through to Morrissey. And it's a good save from Corcoran. Throw in just inside our half. Clark to Whelan. Now it's Quinn. Can we win the ball back and have one last opportunity before the end of the game? Or is it going to be a chance for Dundalk as Feely gives it back to Hoban? Now it's Quinn. Out wide right to Clark. He's got a lot of space to move into. Clark on the edge of the box, and that's well wide from him. It never looked like it was going to trouble the goalkeeper as we reach injury time and full time in this game. So it's heading to extra time. We'll go to the dressing room and we will say with outstretched arms, I'm very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up. Let's see if anyone is dead on their feet. Yes, there's 4 players dead on their feet and we have 1 change left to make. Kavanagh's having a great game, so we're not taking him off. Christopher's having a good game, so we're not taking him off. So it's between Verdon and Daly Butts. We don't have a left winger. We could, of course, bring Morrissey in there, but then we don't have a striker. So it's going to be Verdon coming off, and Conor O'Malley is going to come on for extra time and possibly beyond. But that is our last change for this game. let's see if the team that are out there can get the job done in extra time. Well, we've got to half-time in extra time and there hasn't been any more chances. So let's see if there's going to be anything in the second half or whether it is going to be down to the lottery of the penalty shootout. Oh no, Ndongo's got injured. Ndongo is injured. What's wrong with him? A potential knee injury. I knew someone was going to get injured. I mean, just look at the condition of some of these players. It's ridiculous. So we're going to have to play the last 2 and a bit minutes of extra time with 10 men. I'm going to move Morrissey down to the attacker midfield role, and we'll just we'll do that. Nothing else I can do. Can't take him off. Got no subs left. But we've made it to the penalty shootout. Now let's see, because there's been a few occasions when I've done penalty shootouts on this game, and it hasn't actually followed my list of penalty takers. It's made Trevor Murphy take the first penalty, which is a bit more nerve-wracking than the penalty shootout is regularly. So we're going to put Buckley as the second taker, Christopher as the third taker, both are looking calm. There's no one looking too negative about taking a penalty, so we'll just continue going down the list. Meany, and then Kavanagh's looking calm. He's got the same penalty rating as all of these guys, so we'll put Kavanagh in as the fifth taker, which is generally quite an important position. Then O'Malley can go in as sixth, Kieran Kelly, Daly Butts, Albercus, and then Trevor Murphy should be our last penalty taker. But we'll see if it does indeed go that way, because like I said, they do like to make my goalkeeper take the first one, they being the game. So I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to say that I want you to win the shootout. I'm gonna go with hands on hips. Penalties are a lottery. What will be as we head to the penalty shootout, and we take the first one. It's Morrissey steps up, so it has actually listened to my requests this time, and Morrissey places that beautifully to the opposite side where the goalkeeper dived, as we take a lead in this penalty shootout. And Hoban steps up for Dundalk. Murphy very close to saving that one, but it went in. So we are level once more as Gary Buckley steps up for Sligo. And Corcoran saved it. The net moved. I got a bit confused there. So it's still 1-1. Dundalk to take the advantage if Keedy can score against his former club, and he can. Emmett Keedy placing it to the goalkeeper's left-hand side again, as Christopher steps up, hoping to keep us in this shootout. Christopher, brilliant penalty. Goalkeeper went the right way, but still went in the back of the net. So we're at 2-2 here. We need Murphy to make a save. Boyle with the penalty, and Murphy does make the save. So we're back level pegging again. Derek Meany, the centre-back, steps up and scores. It's a bit high for me. That looked like it could have been going over, but thankfully it went in the back of the net as Feely steps up for Dundalk. Can Trevor be the hero? He can! Trevor Murphy has saved it again. We just need this penalty to go in. And then we have won the shootout, I believe. It's Kavanagh, who's looking calm beforehand. Steps up. Can he do it? He can! We've got through on a penalty shootout. We've beaten Dundalk. We are through to the second round of the FAI Cup. And like I said, I'd be happier to win this game than the league game against Dundalk. And we have won this game. So I'm going to say, with outstretched arms, you've done brilliantly to come back and win that. I'm proud of you. So let's see how bad that Ndongo injury is. He's out for between 7 and 9 weeks. That's damaged kneecap injury for him. It's a bit concerning. He's only 16. I hope it doesn't affect his long-term development. Of course, he's looking like he's going to be a very good player. So all the best to you, Emmanuel. I hope you recover sooner rather than later. A nice 20k though into the bank for winning against Dundalk in the first round of the FAI Cup, and I believe the draw for the second round, it doesn't tell me there, but I'm sure the draw for the second round is in a day's time, so we'll do that in this episode as well. Here we go, second round of the FAI Cup, 16 teams left. Let's see who we get. There's some non-league teams, I'll call them. I don't know if that's what they're called in Ireland, but we haven't got one of them. We've got Longford Town, who are sealing 2 of our players next season. So we are going away to Longford Town in the second round of the FAI Cup. So it's semi-pro side against semi-pro side. They are currently top of the first division. and look like they could be joining us in the Premier Division next season. That also means that a game's been rearranged with Shelbourne Rovers, but we'll take a look at the fixture list now. So that Longford Town game is in 2 games' time, so we won't be bringing you that in the next episode. Instead, next episode will be the Bohemian and Derry City games, the last 2 games of the season. Hopefully we are safe from relegation by that point. The only reason that they might not be the games that we cover in the next episode is if we do indeed get through to the semi-finals of the FAI Cup, and if they are somewhere in between where we are now and the Bohemian game. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time.